Hello, students. This is part two. Regarding the year 2023, it's such an opportunity to live, to not just not just exist. By the way, as you can see, I'm in my car, and it's a kind of a cloud. Well, it is a cloudy day, a cold day in Santa Monica, California. The temperature is 59 degrees. Or you might be in an area that is very cold or very warm. This is unusual for Santa Monica to be in the 50s or 60s. Anyway, continue with the idea of the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of the holidays, and the spirit of the new year. The new year is an opportunity for us to put in more effort or renewed effort to endeavor to understand the work that you decided to take part of, to be a part of. You, all of you, have a tremendous amount of courage, and it's more than faith, but a insight or intuitive idea that the work of Gurdjeff and Spinoza and I, as your teacher, will help you come to a new reality. Some of you are experiencing this new reality. You've embraced the idea of factualizing. You know that you have more courage. You have more sense of self. You have a new voice that you can be expressed without fear. Yes, we still have fear, but as you begin to identify it, recognize it, understand it, the fear becomes less. And what replaces it? The idea of I. I am a spiritual, intelligent being. Most of the time we live from our memory when we're confronted with difficult situations or challenges, especially when you're around family during the holidays. And you're going to be triggered. Observe your triggers. And when you have time, not at that moment, but when you have time at the end of the day or in the early morning or before bedtime, you might say journal and write out the situation and the facts. What happened? I was disturbed. Identify the emotions. The book that I wrote in, say, the first of the year, 2022, The Way of Spinoza and Gurdjeff, that book will help you review and understand what you are doing. It's the idea of that book was to help you continue the work, even though, say, if I'm not here, or if you do leave the work, you still have something you could, say, focus on. However, as your teacher, mentor, and coach, and also I am a student because I learned how to better understand what you're going through and how can I communicate these ideas, these most difficult ideas of Spinoza and Gurdjeff. And Gurdjeff is much easier to read, as you know, but yet his ideas are misinterpreted. I'm studying with you and those who have been following Gurdjeff for many, many years. You'll find that you must go deeper. Most of the time we live on the surface of life, and what we're endeavoring to do is to go deeper. And this is where one of my teacher's essays, I believe it's chapter 26, the idea of solving problems. And he says that the mind has many levels, ranging from very superficial to very deep. So every time you put in effort to understand, and again, to understand, not just to read the material, but to put in the effort to understand, you may have to write it out in your own words, what you, the sentence, the idea. You want to get the idea of it, what you are reading, to study, reflect, and once you do, You're going deeper, and as you go deeper, you go into the depths of your intelligence. There's a great difference between an awakened intelligence, which is the true spirit of man and woman's nature. So you are confronted, you will be facing many challenges as you have in the year 2022. And this month isn't over. Today is the 11th, and we have another, 20 days of December. Do what you're doing. Take the time to be with your spirit, the mind. And I'm going to share something, and you have this book. It says, Back to the Nameless One. And I'm going to take something here called The Wonderful. The Wonderful. Where can one find it? Dost thou know the direction? Truly, it is unique in its essence. No desire has one for anything else while immersed in it. The wonderful. It desires only eternally to create. And though it creates myriads of universes, it knows itself alone in the infinite. It wills to serve thee as friend and protector for time everlasting, without weariness, if thou be loyal to it. How long is the depth within may I bear this peace and not desire to return to the world of form, to vain illusions? The wonderful heroic is to root oneself in the nameless one, to blossom there, to bring forth fruit out of pure being, that others too might taste of bliss and grow. When you are in touch with the wonderful, and that wonderful is a part of the eternal nature of God or of this being's nature, you must go beyond your association with the old God that Christians can communicate and are disillusioned of. Do not understand that this being or infinite nature is comprised of infinite attributes, and we are part of two: the attribute of thought and the attribute of extension. The mind, the understanding, is directly connected with the infinite understanding. And so when you have a clear idea, a true idea, that is part of this infinite being's nature. It's understanding. Because without this attribute, thought, your mind would not exist. So continue doing what you're doing, putting in effort to improve your understanding. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful Christmas, holiday, and Happy New Year.